How's it going? Welcome to Amateur Top 8.
It's gonna be a good one. Gonna be a solid one.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at here. So we got our first set of the day. It's gonna be Seiryu versus Melees. Now, I personally haven't watched any of these players, so I'm pretty curious to see what they can do here, sitting in our amateur bracket. You know, stream was a tournament today, a little bit low on numbers, so they actually ended up. Gosh, what am I trying to say?
They combined intermediate and amateur.
You read my mind.
There you go. And then,
You're gonna have to give me one. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me 1 second to get the replays here.
Yeah, no, not a problem. I'm just doing my due diligence of posting on my Twitter that I'm live
there you go.
on this stream.
There you go.
Twitch.tv/LSLLP. You know where it is.
You already know.
You already are aware.
You have been informed previously.
Boom. And that, by the way, if you're interested in finding, wow, that's crazy. my own Twitter just popped up, and my own reaction couldn't help but slipping out. But either way, we have got ourselves the first round of Winter Side Top 8, which will be Seiryu and Melees, Ori, and I believe Shovel Knight, but they may change. And if they do,
if they do, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Hey, but if they go off Shovel Knight, I'm hyped because
not a Shovel Knight fan or what?
No.
You know what? I'm excited. I'm excited for Shovel Knight. I'm excited.
No shade. Absolutely zero shade. Shovel Knight can be pretty cool. It would just show a depth of player to play multiple characters at a intermediate or high level.
All right. Well, hey,
I'm hyped for that.
Looks like we're about to get into it here. First round of the day. Actually, I should probably tweet. I should probably message somewhere that I'm live before we start.
Yeah, you could probably throw it in the Discord as people that are competing usually. I'll drop that ball right there. Like you should all do. If you're in chat right now, you should drop a follow to the stream and maybe even.
True. Follow me. I'm trying to reach 88 followers. I'm only at 87. Just one of you. One of you can make the difference.
There you go. I just did it. So like 88, it's all yours. Oh, Seiryu. Wait a minute. I'm just looking at the player the screen now. Seiryu plays a lot of APSA as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
All right, good deal.
So I'm not sure. Their icon is Ori, so maybe they just like the Ori games. But they do a lot of APSA.
Okay.
Players. So many players. So little time. Okay. Transition to the watch screen. Let's watch this game. Yeah, and there is that APSA. Okay, yeah, I recognize this skin now. No, it's on me. Yes, likewise. Alright, just Dust Knuckles today. Like, and that, you know, it's fine. 5% per knock, like, it's pretty good. Yeah, I like the initial stage strike. You're giving yourself a lot of room to approach from the air. Of course, you have to contend with up tilt, but that's a different beast altogether. But APSA really can struggle with a lot of crouch canceling. But with the way that Seiryu has been playing thus far, he's utilizing a lot of these multi hits, a lot of these down smashes to kind of bait out any sort of crouch cancel defenses. Okay, up smash. I mean, sure, trying to go for that juggle. I respect it. Shovel Knight players do be F strong. all over the place. He's cloud based. Oh, he pops cloud like super frequently. I mean, he's got a heavy command. I mean, yeah, like can we just constantly use this resource, make you uncertain about timings, and maybe even get some combos. Oh, yeah, caught dashing away. Oh. How to Throw a Game by Siryu. Oh no, please, wait. What happened?
Right, well, you know what?
Gaming.
Hey, it happens. Happens to the best of us sometimes. Okay, let me change their profile picture real quick.
Oh, that's fun. It really does suck though, because Siryu was on a really hot streak with some of these ping pong.
Yeah,
combos,
I thought they were playing pretty well, but I mean.
and then they didn't.
And then Melee's didn't, so it all worked out in the end, I guess. But hey, we're going right into game 2 here.
Yeah, let's pop it. Go into Pride more. Generally, often I don't usually see Shovel Knight players counterpick the triplats, but maybe it's just the color, the skin power up. You like to see it. You like the music. The music's come up, ooh, and those F strongs are certainly too. It's too shiny. You can't do it. No. Yeah, all these multis coming up. Oh, great placement on the cloud. Yeah, gotta respect Shovel Knight up tilt though. Don't let him land, and don't let him just swing F strong haphazardly. Those are parries, and they're free parries if you're ready for it. Yeah, super hard to whip punish. Yeah. Oh, very, very funny. And you get all those gems, so I didn't see what he picked up. They look like gear. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh my god, it is. I never noticed that. Good game design. Way to go, Dan. Yeah. It's quite F tilt into fair. Yeah, that's just true combos. These, yeah. It's like it's really tough to change around that. Also, great parry on the dust gloves. But that's definitely a couple of things that I've noticed with Siryu's Cloud is he prefers to use it like a mine rather than like rather than doing the arc. So it's or the lightning bolt, whatever you want to call it. So it's been pretty interesting to see him more Abs up there.
Looking a bit rough for melees, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think the double SD got them kind of rattled, so they're going to have to try to make some adjustments if they want to swing this set back around into their favor.
Yeah, they could definitely do a lot of the stronger changes per that Shovel Knight can just perform. I do like the counterpick here. Also, gonna need to change that scene. You're gonna need to change the scene for the. There it is. Yep. Right. Switch is behind him. I'm sorry. It's my bad. Regardless. Oh, great. Really solid combo. I wasn't able to get the follow-up off the fair, but I love the chase. Like, your Shovel Knight can live for a deceptively long time if you let him, so... He's got that armor. It's hard to... as heavy as Shovel Knight is, it's hard to leave Absa up there, just in general. Yeah. Solid challenge, but like it's a rough go about it. Siri just he's just such a good job at like moving. Oh, and he stomps. That definitely will do it. Yeah, just a big down strong there to help out and bring this together. Shovel Knight certainly has his fair share of shenanigans, and if he gets any sort of clips like with those gauntlets, that can be a lot of damage really quick. But he's almost overzealous in a lot of these approaches. Oh, nearly get a caught, but free carry. Yeah. Just. The counterpick coming back to bite him in the butt. See, it's those jabs right there. Like, I want to see a lot more of that. If your opponent just like is just getting to the ground and parrying all the time, like Seiryu is, like, why not just throw out Shovel Knight's jab? It's super quick, very non-committal, and then you can look for the punish afterwards. Oh yeah, we've got a couple players in gaming up strong. He doesn't have a ton of it right now. Yeah, and Heinz. Yeah, I completely agree though, right? Like he basically died because he tried to get greedy and find that kill much earlier.
Right.
When you're Shovel Knight, like you can finding a kill from stage like isn't as much difficult as some other characters or some other players. You just need to play patient and let Seiryu play into your hands. But you didn't and literally died for it, so.
Right.
But yeah, that is set number 1. Seiryu, our number 1 seed of this bracket, which I will post in chat in case anyone has not seen it. There you go. Actually, wait. That was probably a bad idea because. Okay,
yeah, that's gonna spoil.
Yeah. No.
Spoilers.
No spoilers. Don't actually click that link. It's fake link. Don't click it. But yeah, so we got a pretty good one. But Seiryu, of course, being that number 1 seed. Next on our radar though is going to be winners. It's going to be the other round of winners, which will be Moth Soup and Aichi. We got some pretty solid players here today. Pretty solid swingers coming around. Variety. Always like to see some good character variety, and every character is so good in this game. So.
It's a good game. In my opinion, it's a good game.
A good game out of 10.
That might be controversial in this community.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a little bit like, oh, you actually think Rivals of Aether is good? We're all just playing it for the meat.
Yes.
But it's a.
Wait, hold up. I have 20 folders opened up. Okay, this is the right one. This is the right one.
We have located the right one.
Yes.
It's have a good time. Have a good old time with this one. I'm pumped to see some good Raster. Raster's really fun to watch in a kind of surreal kind of sense because he plays more like a grappler than the other heavies in this game.
You think
he
so?
can kill you all, in a lot of ways. Especially he's one of those characters that just has an extreme combo game.
Right.
So he can kill you off of a touch. It's only a matter of execution, which is, I guess, a different kind of character. He's more of an advantage character instead of a grappler, but Twitch ads it. Just like you guys should be following on Twitch right now. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, shills and bills aside, this will be a match defined by aerial spacing. So a Raster, of course, he literally cannot do much on the ground, but and with how floaty Abs is, it can be a little bit tricky to hunt them down. But it's an air-to-air gameplay for a reason. misread the DI. Yeah. So that's the power of F-Tilt, right? Because on top of these clouds, but Absa F-Tilt and its two-piece Rekka will just... Ooh. Yeah. A little overzealous on that S-Strong from Aichi, and he's paying for it right now. Just kind of losing his advantage means he 835. You got to be super careful with how hard you hunt. That hit, hello, but okay. Raster's got very big wings. Okay, Raster fans. Alright, immediately putting back up the tailwind. That kind of needs to be up as much as possible. Tailwind, is that what the move's called? Slipstream. That's okay. Yeah, well, I'm surprised he's committing really hard to the... and I guess I'm not surprised he's committing super power-ups off stage, but I feel like that's one of the big things that is causing him, causing Aichi, I mean, to lose a lot of his advantage because he doesn't get those slipstreams up on stage. So if NK is able to get back to neutral, suddenly he's in so much more control. Moxu, that's Moxu. You gotta be careful with that. The DI was down and out. I mean, not having that extra speed and the early up special kind of sealing his demise. Yeah, and hunting for the kill is basically like just the name of the game if you're Raster, because you can kill them off of anything. You just have to read DI right. Right. Which is harder than it sounds. I won't like say that it's just just win, idiot. Just don't. Oh. Yeah, if you're gonna counterpick, like, this is a pretty good one to do it. That was absolute back air too. It still has that sweet spot, but it's not as strong as fair. It's like, ouch. Oh, this is the high level Crag strat where I'm gonna get to center stage and nair, which works. It does work to a certain degree. I mean, Windows has made his brand off of it. Oh, yeah, 3 thus far, not in this set, but in total. Count along with me, if you want. It's fine. Going with just going with the side special in order to get in, but not getting in. Oh no! Oh no! I mean, the blast zones may be super good for Crag, but if you're finding these sweet spots, then they're equally good for how Absa goes about killing you, which is pretty much exclusively off the side. That's not true. No pillar. Instead, he's just fighting through the current. Letting the pillar be his block. Does he get the fair? He does. But great DI on Aichi's part. Looks like he was a little bit further inside. This missing the up air afterwards. This is just getting like from bad to worse. Aeromotter coming. Absolutely gonna close out that one. And you can kind of see that how that comes out just by how Aichi was kind of approaching that game. He was running off of these platforms a lot. He was running forward, just trying to force snares in a lot of situations in center stage, which is fine and all. Cracked snare is ridiculous, but you're gonna fall into anti-airs more often than not if you're trying to force things.
Right.
But that do be game 2. Game
So
3
yeah,
heading along the way.
I just got one more game here if he wants to turn things around.
Back to the raster, makes sense. Skin change as well, that's fine. I like as well going to Force 4. You just have so much center stage that you can utilize to control. And forcing Absa to hide under these platforms means that you're forcing them into the corner. The double up tilt, just good way to time it out if you're Aichi, but just narrowly missing the actual punish. So that's down there. No, okay, there we go. And Cloud was spawned using a ton of resources, but is able to fight his way back on stage. So hey, like, I mean, good stuff to Matsu. Like, if you feel confident in just being able to land with aerials, then, ooh, speaking of. Oh. Okay. Hey, but no, it is inevitable. Still, these are some nice combos coming out from Aichi. He needs to find out that closing and falling into current, and these down specials as well, like, are kind of leaving it super open. Haven't been punished as of yet, but ooh, absolutely huge. Alright, F tilt into fair, it'll do it. Looking to chase with Cloud, but nothing happening, and now that's an open punish. A couple nairs. Yeah, he's able to just, like, cover so much ground. That was cool. I'm usually impressed. Has the wall jump. Luckily, he's able to reset his resources and even get a punish out of it. All right. It's just one of those moves that feels like it should kill. It's like, but I'm at 0. But, like, you heard the sound effect. Oh. It's got a plethora of parry punishes, but okay, I finally landed with the with that strong. Yeah, that's and solid stuff. A solid transition. It was the skin.
Yeah, yeah, the power up.
In all seriousness, the ability to bring yourself to a wider stage and allowing him to control that mid-air instead of like on Jules Fair where you have that platform. Like it was almost like Moth didn't have anywhere to actually retreat to. Unlike this stage where you have plenty of room. Ooh, plenty of room to combo too. So it goes both ways. He was absolutely hunting for that early kill, but just narrowly missing the F-Strong. Super solid up strongy. Yeah. I mean, Aichi's been confirming that combo like really reliably, and he was looking for it all. Did he die for it? No, not quite yet. I wonder if it's a confidence thing for both these players, because most of the time, a great trade if you're Moth, it's still not killing. Like on a lot of these parry punishes, both players just kind of end up going for like charge strong attack. Oh, holy moly! 3-stock to 1 lead. Yeah, it's just, I say it from the perspective of, like, Absa has a really, really solid kill combo in up tilt up air, so, and which probably kills earlier than a normal, than the charge you would get. So, yeah, so it's something that, like, you might need to have a little bit more confidence in going for it, but still, these reversal up airs are certainly doing the business. If he wants to make this comeback, he'll need to start or if he wants to prevent this comeback, excuse me, Aichi will need to stop overextending across these platforms because he's getting blown up for it. I think I was across the entire stage. He almost died. It's... literally just, like, stop going to the left platform, bro. Like... 42 in the blink of an eye. He's hunting for these back airs. Yeah, a very necessary one at that. Oh, man, he's really, really hunting for this aggression on these side platforms, but that is, we can definitely chalk that one up to impatience. And Aichi, despite having a 3-stock to 1 lead, and a 3-stock to 1 lead he earned, he was just trying to feel himself too hard, to the point where every overextension that he threw out, even if it was at 0, was met by up air or back air or like a cloud into something. And that's just like really solid on Moth's part for being able to take it like one interaction at a time.
So we're actually going to swap around here, go down to our losers bracket.
That's like
if they gave me the replays, which I don't know if they did.
That is less
yeah,
pog.
that's less pog.
If you're in chat right now, I'm going to implore you.
Please put your replays.
Put your replays in the folder.
Okay. They did send replays.
Okay, that's it.
You live for now.
I'm pogging again.
I'll allow you to live for now.
Only for the moment.
Do not tempt me again. Okay, hold on a second.
Replays always in that folder. Thank you. Thank you, IG. We'll see you again on stream, I hope, in this losers bracket, because all of top 8 is being streamed right here.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Which one are we getting first?
I'm not looking at chat right now, so if you want to insult me, do it now.
Free reign, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go
free
off.
reign. Go off, Skink. Okay.
Go off, Skink. It's okay.
Alright. Just give me 1 second here.
No problem. I'm just looking at the 2 potential matches that we could have had, as well as the seeding of the bracket overall, which is shoutouts to Miles, who we saw earlier on stream, being 12th seed and still making it into top 8. Nice, way to go, dude.
We love to see people improving. That's what it's all about.
That's the grind. That's the move.
Okay, wait, who does Jason play?
Jason Rana.
Okay. And then, do we know who Mild plays yet?
Mild?
Yeah, Mild.
That is a...
Well, I guess we're about to figure it out here.
Yeah. It's familiar. It is very familiar. It is Crag, I think? It should tell you at the bottom. Like, yeah. Mild is Crag. Yeah, there we go. A couple jabs coming in. This is the Rano game plan that he always wants to attribute to. Just put your opponent in scramble situations because Rano's always an advantage when it's like that. You just yeah. Yeah, all you got all of that. Even to the point where you can play a tongue game plan exclusively almost. Like your opponent tries to come in, you keep him out with Nair, you keep him out with Bear, and if they don't, well, you hide under this platform and you use tongue. But that looks like he was caught without his jump, and Mild takes an early fall. Relinquishing a huge punish, and now he has to deal with the Rano mix, which is never ending if you're some characters. Also, yeah, this is losers eights, not winners quarters. Might need to change the round on the stream. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just wait till after that. It's fine. Oh, he was just at the wrong angle. Like I completely understand. Like, oh, Rano recovering high. It's time for me to punish, and then Rano's like, no, I'm actually privileged. Yeah, it's so upsetting every time. Thinking I can punish Rano? Nah. The air dash to escape the tongue. This is, I mean, you're in a rough spot. You're down a full stock, and now you're also in the Rano blender. Like this. It's so unfortunate though, because like I get a lot of ideas that he's going for, but you have to provide Rano that extra level of respect because the character does not have that vibe. Granted, many Rivals characters don't, but it can be really tough. It's a little bit too greedy, a little bit too eager on so many of these punishes, and I mean he's really paying for it. Bear can only do you so much. Oh, and the deck is here. Rano's neutral strong comes in.
They do like up smash.
Oh yeah, and it's not even just a vertical hitbox. It hits above them, it's to the sides, it's slightly below. Crazy strong. But yeah, so will be the Crag, and we'll see how well they can put up the front. In that game, I really was just Mild being too greedy with some of these punishes, not taking what's given, and instead swinging for the fences. It's like, you don't need to do that. Just your Crag, things will kill eventually. Like, especially at 170, like, F-tilt would start killing, so... Yeah, true. Like, especially since you actually gain something off of having space. Like, yeah, pull that rock. Back on Aramana, you mentioned before, it might be Crag's best stage. As I can see, pretty sick. under all this poison. Oh, okay. Yeah, just looking for the fair, or looking for something. Just never, don't let Crag breathe. You can let him breathe if he's all the way off stage like that. Oh, okay. Down tilt. Got the sour spot there, so this is getting slightly out of hand, just narrowly missing that up air. Looked like he delayed himself for the tech, and all right, now we get to see. In the past, like, 15 seconds, we've seen Jay throw out, like, 4 or 5 F-strong, so it's like, okay, like, I get you're looking for the kill, but... this goes for both of them, actually, as, oh, that is going to absolutely do it. Rano about that heavy.
Up in the set, so...
Yeah, it seems like it was just he put himself together after a really rough start and said, "All right, like I don't have to play Rano's game. I can play Crag, and playing Crag means landing sweet spot fair sometimes." Jewel fair. Great parry on the tongue, but I also completely agree. Like, just the fact that everything just moves and like the sun rises at the start of the stage. Oh, got a bubble recovery. Very nice. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see the extra tech. That's huge, but also so is that tongue. One fair, good bubble DI to escape a lot of it. No, great tech. Well, yeah, read them challenging. Like, it's super hard to will yourself to challenge characters with good up-strongs. Like, this goes for Rano as well. It's like, you're trying to land on me? Nah. You're trying to recover? Nah. That in the Galaxy, super nice. Looks like it just barely killed. It seemed like really proper DI. But a Galaxy's a Galaxy. He's at 1-7. And it's worth it to do, especially because, I mean, if he doesn't, especially he does. Displacing the bubble, but he still managed to recover. Super nice stuff. Oh, these nairs. But he double jumped for the second fair. I don't think he needed to. You know what's something that I'm starting to notice? Mild, whenever he's recovering, uses his double jump and air dodge regardless. Like, he could be super close to the stage or he could be super far away, but he will double jump air dodge like almost on autopilot. Which, I mean, it's fine and all if you're looking to get some distance, but there's very, very few times where you want to recklessly use your air dodge. Just the dash attack, forcing the recovery high, but misses the fair afterwards. No. Eftel's got a ton of, I mean, everything Crag is doing has a ton of hit stun. It's just not able to find the closing hit, whether it's just going too far or, I mean, Rano just gets out of it and is able to challenge with any of these impressive buttons. Okay, rock. When in doubt, rock. And that down throw is huge. Getting caught in the bubble was almost certain death with the proper bubble punish. Again, another high recovery. It's starting to get there. He used his jump pretty late up tilt, but no up air afterwards, and another DBZ. Alright, retreating to the platform super. No. You know, that would have been a perfect time after you recovered to give yourself a moment. You're making a very fast comeback, and that can get into your bloodstream very quickly. Take a moment, pull rock, or spawn down special because you're on that platform. It'll hit below, like, and get you to center. Like that's the vibe that you're trying to do. You're trying to make Jason stressed for not being able to kill you, and instead it kind of works the inverse. But looks like error mod. Oh no, right, DSR. Never mind. But we're going to Blazing Hideout. Oh, yeah. Yeah, plat drop aerials. If your character has good plat drop aerials, like with Kragnair or with Rano, any aerial, then hey, that's a pretty big platform to run around on. Yep, true punish. Let's just not overcomplicate things. This will kill. Now you're back in that blender, and with full poison stacks, you're really looking out for Tum. But and speaking of, I mean, preach to the choir. When you're in bubble, you still bubble DI. You can mix up these punishes if you start shaking things around. But a solid F strong. Yeah, you can really avoid kills. So super great needle placement though, getting all of those stacks, and he's looking to cash in. Oh, the reset with the second up air, but just mistiming it so he doesn't pop out of the bubbles too soon. Yeah, another tongue. Super difficult. It looked like Jay was also expecting up air because that DI was to the left. Yeah. Alright, yeah, take your time on this. The ZB classic. Oh. Yeah, it's a little rough, buddy.
Well, shout outs to Jason. They're going to be taking that 3-1. And they're going to be moving on to losers' quarters.
Hold on. Chat, can you hear Slip right now?
They better be able to.
Okay, never mind.
I was gonna say.
Mild panic, but we're good. Crisis averted.
Maybe they don't want to hear me. That I understand.
Also that, but like, nah.
Alright, let me find the next set here.
Alright, so we've still got more losers coming up, ready to go. We just saw Jason and Mild, so now we're going to be getting, on the other side, Misumi and Sevilla.
I don't know if we have that set.
Did they not send in the replays?
I'm going to be very disappointed.
My disappointment is immeasurable,
And
and
my
my game is ruined.
My day is ruined. Okay, well, let's see if either of them have it right now.
Sevilla, excuse me. Pronunciation can be a little bit difficult. Sorry. But either way, it is Misumi and Sevilla.
Is one of them in chat right now?
Don't believe so.
Rough.
Yeah. L.
Yeah, as they say.
Common L. You know what I mean?
I would ping Sevilla right now, but I'm pretty sure they're playing a match. All right, well, I guess we're just gonna move on to losers semis then, if we don't have the set.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's on them. Now they don't have odds.
Yeah.
Or I guess they do. They don't have, with our fantastic commentary.
Right.
So.
And how could you miss out on something like that?
Of course.
That's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I
They're
might.
lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I guess what other replays could there be?
We got Melees versus Jason. That's a losers quarters match.
Yes, yeah. So that is more Jason, more Frode, more Froge.
And then I know I just watched Melees play, but I already forgot what character they made.
Shovel Knight.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I do remember now. Shoutouts to my co-commentator. Follow them on Twitter.
Yo, my Twitter is on screen. But maybe it's right there. In fact, hold up, wait.
What?
Yes, Aichi. Aichi is yelling at me in chat. At us. Yes.
What happened?
Do you have something to say, Aichi? Aichi? Aichi?
I don't have chat open.
I do, so it's fine. I'm waiting to see his response. They forgot to put the things in the dock. They're doing it right now.
Okay.
So apparently we have it.
Okay. Wait, is this for the?
This is for the losers' eights.
Okay.
Misumi and
Sevilla.
Sevilla.
Okay. Well, I will be breathlessly awaiting.
Yeah, we're just trying to see it. What's it called? Sevilla. I'm not certain who they play. Who either of them play. I feel like Misumi is
me sword fighter.
Fast.
Yeah.
Haha.
God, I'm so funny.
You're hilarious. I laughed.
I'm freaking
internally.
hilarious. Oh, I'm sure. 07's in the chat, please.
It's true.
True. Okay. Give me a second here. Wait, I think they added it just now.
Okay, yeah, it should be in there.
Yeah, no, they just added it.
Perfect,
Okay, good deal.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Go. Appreciate it. Now we can get that losers eights and keep on running, keep on rolling. Maybe I'll take a gander, see if I can find out who both of these players
Yeah.
partake in. Misumi. Oh, I have no idea who Let's see if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm uncertain. Currently, at least. But maybe stream knows. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. Okay, you've got a couple matches. Uncertain. Well, this.
Yeah, sorry I'm not providing anything to commentary right now.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at your screen and trying to parse together, like, oh, we have replays here. I'm not sure which one's which, but like, hopefully you do. Smile.
Yeah, no, I got it. All right, I'm ready.
Hell yeah. Cannot.
These are not in the right version. I don't know how that was managed, but these are not the.
Well. Yeah, I guess. Did they not update prior? That is, I have no idea. I could not tell you. Yeah, it says it's from today. That's so weird. Because I wouldn't, because they both had to be in that version in order to play, right? Weird. Alright. Change of plans again. Take 2. For real this time.
Nothing I can do if I can't open the game, so.
Yeah, again, that's just kind of, it is how it goes.
Right.
So instead, we will be rotating back to losers quarters, and we already have that set up. It is Miles and Jason. Rano Shovel Knight. Take 3. Glad you can all witness this journey together with us all at once.
I'm gonna have to find a better way to streamline this so we don't run super late next week.
Yeah. And it's probably just a matter of getting familiar with it. Yeah. We got Miles and Miles. Yeah, your names are both the same, but it's fine. We can survive. Just keep in mind, everyone, the Rano is Jay. Jay, the reason that there are so many Ranos in inter or amateur level is because the character isn't as hard as he seems. Or, that's mean. He's easy to pick up because a lot of his buttons just kind of natively work well together. While a character like Shovel Knight, who, while still very good, perhaps even equally as good, he's a little bit more awkward, and that can be intimidating. And there's... Yeah, right. There's not really gonna... You're not gonna surprise everyone with the quick combo character like that. That makes sense. Meanwhile, Shovel Knight is, oh, I have to collect money and, like, buy options? What the heck? It's like... Yeah, like... Man, they're really breaking out the capitalism, even in my video games, dude. Momentum Mail changes up so much for Shovel Knight. Like suddenly he becomes, how do I put this? His burst range becomes so much bigger, which is threatening. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just for the rest of the set too. Like you don't even get relief for killing him. You just have to. It's just the game now. Too much Shovel Knight. Too much Shovel, not enough Knight. Oh, that down strong was. Oh, got him. Big fish. Yeah, but as long as he's able to actually fully utilize some of these Dust Gauntlets, then he can make up for that 40% and then some. Like, it's just risk reward. Good parry, and then the roll in. That's... Yep, that's exactly what he read. He wasn't just parry into down strong. No, he read.
No, he read the roll in. Oh, he read that roll. Okay, goes into game 2.
Again, counterpicking over to triplats. Again, maybe it's just my inexperience, but I don't see this being as beneficial to Shovel Knight as maybe some other stages. But that. Yeah, and who knows even the bans. Yeah, he can just move all over the place. Like tongue movement on like this stage or like on Tempest, it just is ridiculous. Yeah. Rana, a friend of mine tried to actually convince me that Rana was bad on Tempest. I was like, how? What? No, I won't do that. I won't do that. But it's like false. You know, camouflage. You gotta respect it. Yeah, just all one color. It's green. It's Green Day. I mean, that's all of our Bows and Dreams is a classic, though. I can't get enough of that song. Those are all fairs. Okay. And fish! No fish! No! Yeah, I lost fish as a mage. I mean, low-key, right? Because, well, maybe not, because it's really hard to keep up with Rano, period. So maybe Momentum Mount doesn't necessarily help you as much as something like Dust Gauntlets, which he already has, so... Ooh, great bear. I'm just retreating to top platform, which is like, super respectable. 175, this is still pretty... Yeah, it will be entirely dependent on what Jay does with this stock. Oh, and nothing. Now it's even. Well, F-Tilt's not able to start a combo. Instead, we got the dash attack train. Shovel Knight. The Shovel Knight up tilt is like, for as awkward as the character can be, up tilt not super hard to use. I guess. I mean, it makes sense, right? He's dropping a big old box on you. Like, oh yeah. It's a lot of. Definitely huge weaknesses posed in Jay's game plan. he looks like he's very reliant on tongue in order to set up for advantage at kill percents when like things start like just don't combo as easy, or at all. So. True. Yeah, I owned it. Yeah, as soon as Jay committed to the low recovery, Mila's just had to wait and time it right. Even the trade would be in your favor.
Right.
Ugh. And that makes it a 1-1. Which is that? Way to go. Way to go, players. Close sets of Pog. Even like a 3-1 set, which we've both of the loser side were 3-1, and like one of the winner side was. 3-1s usually tell me that both players were playing well, but one of them just capitalized a little bit more on the other more consistently, while a 3-2 tells me that it literally could have gone in either direction. And then a 3-0, you're like, oh yeah, I got bodied. Oh yeah, game's just quick. Like stocks fly, a lot of decisions happen in split seconds. Yeah, right. It do be like that. Air dashing through that back air. It's unfortunate watching players with punishes on Rano's up special, but if you read a parry, you got it. And fish, that's like 3 fish and another of the chest boxes. What is this? I can understand that with the bigger stage, like you're trying to schmoove, you're trying to use the plat boosting. Tekken was dangerous, but these dash attacks are super clutch. Yeah, oh yeah, big. Oh, that's a... Apparently there was some control messery in, according to Jay, like for an entire stock he couldn't jump. Oh no, wait. Oh, maybe I think it was in his stock too, but it might have been it might have been like something like his controller just like messed up, but it seems to be absolutely. Yeah, that's why I'm glad I modded my controller to have digital triggers, because now I never have problems with putting up parries. Looking for the same jab to F strong. Characters are privileged. Every character in this game every character in this game does war crimes. Yeah, it's not. Geneva article was frauded. It's voided, or whatever the word is I'm looking for. I talk for a living. Oh god. Yeah, being able to put together, it wasn't even like long stretches of offense, but he would just put together really solid moments of like, I'm just gonna kill you now, and I'm gonna kill you really early, whether it be with a sweet spot F strong or just charging that down smash for however long. We'll have to see more of what happened in game 1 for Jay to take this game 4. Just suffocate the Shovel Knight. Like, don't let him do anything. Easier. Which is definitely a healthy mindset to have. It's like, hey, I just need to like not play bad. Like I need to hit my confirms. I need to pull. I need to not like fall for some basic baits, like neutral tech into F strong, like stuff that just Shovel Knight players will thrive in. As he was looking for the down tilt up strong, but narrowly missing it because of a good like DI in, but then tech out on the platform. Really good stuff from Nevis. Still invulnerable, so he can just power right through those needles. But here comes the tongues, and when the Rano players are landing their side special, you gotta be worried. He was charging that for a minute too. It's like you are going to roll. And the mix-up on the bubble DI, love to see it. That up strong though is huge. If you're using Rano down strong, it better hit because it's one of his slower moves, but it makes up for it in wall power. So the momentum mail on deck, and that's going to be big damage just for a quick 35 and climbing. Wow, Shovel Knight dash attack with 8. This character's crazy. Yeah, actually fully utilizing this counter pick more instead of letting things yeah. Yeah, it's almost like they realized midway into game 3, it's like, oh right, like I don't need to really focus on exclusively landing aerials in order to get my combos up. Bruh! You got it, dude. That's like mid-set, shake my hand. That was good. That was good. But unfortunately, after that game 3, he did lose counter pick advantage. So
right, so gonna have to contest with wherever Melee's decides to go here for this game 5. And looking like it.
Yeah, good one. Good one. Not only is that really bad for like you, because like the 2 stock to 3 comebacks happen all the time. Like it's not entirely detrimental, but you lose so much ground against Shovel Knight, who now gets to collect and buff himself so much longer, and you have less wiggle room because of it. Resource management is not something that the character themselves, like the Shovel Knight player, has to do, but you have to do it as well. In terms of counterplaying. Oh, and yeah, this is kind of getting a little bow hand here. And now he's fishing for parries. Yeah, instead it's almost like Mila's. Yeah, that's just free punishes. Yeah, unfortunate way for that set to end. What was otherwise like something super back and forth, and game 4 J. Completely different from game 5.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But hey, I mean, good stuff to Melees, though. They're going to be moving on into loser semis. All right.
Waiting on the winner of the next loser set that we should be getting, which will be a DGN team kill, unfortunately. Gonna be
Let's go,
Aichi
DGN.
and Sevilla.
Woo.
DGN.
Let's go, DGN.
Let's go, DGN.
Did they not send this one to me?
Did they not?
Naughty, naughty.
Aichi is in chat. Aichi, send the replays.
Wait, this is... Hold up, give me a second.
Yeah, apparently it's in there.
Hold on, let me look at... Yeah, give me a second. I might just be stupid. I am just stupid, it's fine.
Hopefully it's there.
No, it's there. I got it. I'm downloading it right now.
Yeah, solid stuff to see on Jay's part. Like a really solid run. Like 5th place is nothing to sneeze at, especially just like in a bracket with where intermediate and amateur are joined together. Like it's hard to get there, but you know, some solid stuff and a 3-2 set. Like you've got improvement is on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Seryu and Matsu are still awaiting in winners.
I'm not actually sure who Seville plays because we weren't able to watch those replays earlier. I'm making a guess. I'm guessing you play Ori.
Pretty good guess. Pretty good guess.
That's my guess.
Ori's a pretty common character. Apparently he plays Zetterburn.
Oh, Zetter? Okay. I can change that quick.
And Aichi, did Aichi play Rano or Raster? Because I know they've played both, and then they pulled out the Crag that took a huge L in that previous game.
Oh, no, Aichi plays Raster. That was a mistake on my part.
Alright, did he play Raster?
Yeah.
No, never again, they say. Never Rano again. It's like, alright, you got it. I don't know. You literally can't. You could throw a dartboard at the entire cast and be like, yeah, like you can do pretty well with all of them. You'll just have a different learning curve depending. Just don't do what I did and start playing with Forsburn because you'll feel bad. Learning the game with Forsburn is weird. Yeah, which is why like the big quote-unquote beginner-friendly characters, not saying that they're not hard, like Zetterburn I would say is a very beginner-friendly character, but he's also super sick, so like it works out of having a low skill floor but a high skill ceiling too. Yes, I would like a little bit of anti-airs for my diet, thank you. And that's huge against Raster, who all of his game plan requires him to get off the ground. So having a good up strong or even just like up tilt for Zetterburn is basically just an almost true punish in neutral if the Raster doesn't play around it right. Yeah, I feel that IG, you know. Raster's not the heaviest, so you really need to confirm some of these combos. And hey, it's a pretty good combo. But oh, that was cheeky. He's trying to land, use the up B to land, and then go right into an F strong. It's like, all right, like if you're landing stuff like that, you win the set. Like you're on a different plane. Speaking of. Also, yeah, Aichi, sometimes it just happens. Like, Rivals, while it is getting rollback, it is currently still on delay-based netcode, so sometimes Dan just say no.
Mm-hmm. We've all played terrible connection. What's happened to all of us?
It happens.
I really hope that netcode does come out this month.
For real. But it is cool that there's going to be 4 more of the Steam Workshop characters. Like, that's super sick. I was really happy to not play against a character who has Peach Float, and then they said, unless. Oh wait, okay, combos, big combos coming out from Aichi. Yeah, there's I feel like Rasta has a bunch of those, just like raw DI checks. It's huge. It's part of the game plan. Speaking of, it's alright, but Zetterburn still has his frame 6 down strong, so you know, neutral tech down strong is a high level strategy. There's no meme here. So yeah, some things just work. And he died in again. It looked like he pulled the trigger too early, and that's a quick change in stock. Can't sleep on Zetterburn's raw kill power, especially with the fire up. But it gets dangerous very quickly. But the closeout on IGA. Solid stuff from Aichi. It feels like whenever Aichi is like on and actually getting his starters, like his actual combo flowchart is super good, but it's finding those starters that can be a little bit rough around. Looks like, yeah, it might have been a spike, and they just gentleman reset neutral. Ooh, and reset neutral, unfortunately, is very unfortunate for Aichi, because he was mid combo, and now Aichi. I mean, you're right. Yeah, it's just simply a shame sometimes. Oh, up and the back up was cheeky. Okay. Backer will start the initial catch fire, and he's trying to moonwalk their way into Aichi's personal space, but he keeps him out just perfectly fine. Oh, gotta be careful with that. Yeah, and just be careful of how quickly you fast fall. I guess it's the nervousness. And okay, looks like he caught him trying to dash away, so that's gonna be. Hey, he's not only on the same stock, he's on the winning stock, so that dubs. And Rivals is such a game where every character snowballs pretty hard if you let them. So like it just kind of ends up working out. Damage is plentiful, stocks fly. I think that's why it's more likely to see more best of fives that start earlier, because people can just explode, and you have to account for that by adding more games. Bracket theory, Smile. It's pretty cool, I think. Ooh, yeah. Just gotta wait it out. Zetterburn he may be, as pre-mentioned, he may be a little bit simpler in terms of his like what you're looking for in each individual spot. But if you mix that up with just how good the character stuff, then the native movement is, as we go, okay, we see the switch back to Crag. A Crag attempt too. And yeah, it's more or less just kind of a it's a counterplay kind of thing, and you can do it with Crag, you can do it with Raster. Either one works, but it natively comes down to like you have to figure out what Civier is doing. But hey, when you have kill combos like that. Boy, big beetle. Oh, that was like the perfect chance for a falling Nair starter, but it looked like he was just a little bit too eager and only gets 45 for the flip in stock. That's a walk in the park if you are Zetterburn. Maybe F-Strong isn't the proper starter, but let him do it. Looks like I got mixed up by the down strong stuff, and now he's got to hold that foot and invincible recovery. If you're not ready to parry it, then you get hit by it. Upstrong comes out. These fireballs are really doing a number. Not a lot of parries on either side, which may just be like, oh, here we go. Naturally, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those matchups where both of them get so much off of advantage, so you just kind of swing and wait for it to happen. Oh, and another parry. Wow, he did. He ran. The fire was put out just as the down strong was coming, but that will close it out. Just simple run under up strong. Chilling.
I mean, it's never failed before, so might as well keep going for it. So yeah, good stuff to Seville. They're going to be moving on now to losers semifinals. Yeah. And we're actually going to swap back around to our winners set here. Back on winners side, we got I don't know how to pronounce that name. Siryu versus Moth Soup.
Yeah. Siryu.
Yeah. Major apologize if
yeah.
we're saying that wrong. But
if you want to put the emphatics in chat, like I would appreciate that. But good games all around. And I would agree, Siryu. Having a secondary is just kind of good in fighting games in general. Like if you kind of pigeonhole yourself, unless you're playing a top tier, then you're gonna end up struggling. And the fun thing about rivals, the fun thing about a lot of fighting games that have been coming out recently, Seiryu. Okay, that is the pronunciation.
Okay.
Seiryu. But with a lot of the fighting games that have come out, whether it be Guilty Gear or if they're looking more at Smash Ultimate and other platform fighters that Rushdown Revolt, a lot of the characters just have stuff that is good, and no characters like completely without tools like some fighting games in the past. So just by native alone, you're not always, the character you choose to play isn't always going to cover everything unless you play with a top tier character. So having a secondary or having a pocket is just pretty good.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely agree with that. Unless you play Ori, in which case you're probably fine.
Or play Ori. But Ori's that he's that top 2 example. So.
Right. No, we're actually going into an opposite data. Yeah.
Oh no. Funny. I don't hate it though. There's a lot of characters that can be tilting, and it depends. It's subjective, of course, of which characters piss you off more.
Right. I've noticed every single person in Rivals has a different one they like to complain about.
Of course, yeah. But Absa was never that one for me. It's just weird. It's just weird to watch Dittos. In any game. I find Dittos just one of the most intriguing, but also infuriating things to watch. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, more power to him. You like what you like. If you like seeing those... Yeah, it goes with the design theory of the game from the ground up. If you want your game to be defensive primarily, then you wouldn't give these macro movement options that just every character has. And in the case of Absa, while she may be a little bit floatier, so her wave dash isn't crazy, she makes up for it by having quick attack, or a quick attack equivalent that you can take yourself out of free fall. It's really good. So maybe there's not. Okay. Yeah, and maybe it's not. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, she definitely benefits off of it being a little bit harder to combo and just being able to go air to air with anybody. And don't sleep on these pretty crisp wavelengths out of the longer double jump. Nice double parry, respect it. Both of you are scared. Up airs, yeah. He's got to reset, and the mine was almost perfectly timed, just a little off. Solid combo into the down strong. Hit a falling. Okay, sour spot backer is only. No sweet spots allowed in here. No sweet spots allowed. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, you really do hate to see it, but that's where the moments in Dittos can be super frustrating, and when you have those just those DBZ scenes where it's oh man, now I've got to find my character. I have to figure out which direction I was sent. Was my DI all right? Am I not just dead? Too much to recognize. Still, bigger stage. It seems to fit Moth's playstyle a little bit more. He's trying to be a little bit more zoner heavy, while Seiryu is doing a lot more trapping. But I mean, it has not really a great start for that. Yeah, they're trying to play reactive instead of proactive, which can put you behind the 8 ball unless your reactions are godlike. Some players they are. Thankfully. Yeah. And even if you're faking it, I feel like that's a huge thing that comes with a high movement and a high input dexterity type of game. Like, you can pretend you're being proactive by just like wave dashing in and wave dashing out, but make them do something by being scary. Like it or not, most players will find out. Yeah, it's yes. The VODs will be well. Twitch automatically records VODs, so whenever Swift is offline. That too. Oh, unfortunately, that's two now. Yeah, just the fact that you're throwing away stocks like this, like it's like it, especially in a high pressure scenario against a player you know is good. It's like I can't be having these mistakes, but yeah. But if you're Seiryu, we take those. Oh, every time. Oh, and reads the parry with the down strong and looking for another like an up air afterwards, but it looks like the F strong might close it out. Ooh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Moth Soup's gonna need to make some adjustments here.
Oh, it's not Loser's Quarters, and the stream it says it's Loser's Quarters.
It could be,
Maybe it is.
but it's not. It's not.
To answer your question, Jay, I will ask. I'll ask my good friend Swift. Will they be uploaded to YouTube? Yeah. If you want to send me, if you want to download and send me the VOD, I could put it on my YouTube. But oh, true, yeah. So I might do that. So yes is the answer, and I'll ping in the RRC Discord when I have it uploaded. Because I can do that tomorrow. Either way, we've got this set to run back to, and we got to see Seiryu kind of dominating this biflats like he did in his previous Winterside set, where this just doesn't look like it's a stage that he's... It doesn't look like a stage that Seiryu would lose on. Just how he plays around these platforms is so dominant. A little bit, yeah. Yeah, and it sucks that F tilt is so thin. So underneath these platforms, like the roses in the foreground, will really make it a disguise. Solid parry in order to even up that game, and we kind of glossed over it. But Moth had a lead there for a brief moment before that parry. Happen with these F tilts, you need to maintain space here. If you let Seiryu execute his combo tree, you're gonna fall behind even quicker. I think the funniest thing about Ditto. Oh. Yeah, I think the funniest thing about Ditto sometimes, especially Dittos with resources on screen, is that you can use your opponents for your advantage. Like, you can extend your sweet spots by hitting the other Abscess Cloud for Force Burn. You can absorb their smoke. Like, stuff like that, I think is funny. Yeah, I mean, they're just... Right. Oh, I didn't mean to roll in. But yeah, like if that cloud, regardless of who spawned the cloud is autonomous. So it's just cloud property, which means like regardless of which ABSA is spawned in, you can. It's still treating it as an ABSA fair is hitting me. It does this thing. Like it's not selective, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my opinion. Some people may think it's not so cool. In which case, I don't know. Like, shit.
Well, Serio's going to end up taking that 3-0. Again, looking just extremely dominant throughout this whole tournament. I think that's 2 3-0s now on both their opponents they've played so far. So definitely looking like a solid run from them. We're going to be swapping back down again to the losers bracket where we got Melees and Sevilla going to be playing.
Seiya, I think. Spanish. Spanish, not
Seiya?
Seiya.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I'm sure I've just been butchering pronunciations this whole night.
Oh, me too.
It's alright.
In fact,
it's alright, it's amateur stream.
True. Sevilla. So pronounce the V, but not the I-L-L.
Okay.
And then pronounce the A, so Sevilla. We'll get it, yeah. Yep. Sevilla.
Sevilla?
Sevilla.
Okay.
Sevilla.
Alright, I got you.
Yeah. I was pronouncing it more European than I was Spanish. I'm now talking to Sevilla in chat. Like, I was pronouncing it more European than Spanish, so the double L crossed me up with something a little bit more, I don't know, European, I guess, instead of going more Spain, where double L makes the Y sound. Linguistics. Wow, I took Latin in high school. Sorry, guys.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
You remember any of it?
A little bit. It's mostly taking Latin in the modern day is mostly like taking a grammar class rather than a grammar and language origin instead of actively learning a language.
Right.
Which is why I'm terrible at actually speaking any language that's not English, but grammar just comes to me. So.
Yeah, you can sort of just make a lot of grammatical assumptions if you have a good handle on Latin, like with any European language.
Yeah.
Or what do you say? Romanic language? That's what they say.
Romantic, yeah. Romantic, depending on the era.
Right. All right, give me just like a few more seconds here. Yeah, say something to stall. What do you got for me?
All right, so there was this one time.
Right.
In France.
Okay.
Where this didn't happen to me, but it happened to my sister's. It happened to my sister and her boyfriend. Now
right.
Fiance.
Right.
Where they were in a train in France, and they were taking the train. Oh, never mind. We'll get to that. Oh. Yeah, I've seen this era before. That is unfortunate. But that means I can finish my story. So, they're in France, and they're on the train. This train is super crowded because they're in Paris. So,
right.
Right. Like, it's going to be all over the place. And they're being extra careful. They got their bags together, and, like, they're not trying to, like, actively bump into strangers. There was this little girl in front of them, his name, I'll use the name Mike, because I don't want to give away his actual name. And Mike over here is like, yo, wait, I should be careful of this little girl, because, like, who knows, maybe they're pickpockets. Surprise, surprise, as they get off the train, he reaches into his back, he walks over, he feels everything, he's fine, and he reaches into his back pocket for a stick of gum that he knew he had. It's not there. He looks back on the train. The gum was out of his pocket and discarded on the train floor because he got pickpocketed without even realizing it. But the pickpocket was like, wait a minute, I don't want this fucking gum.
That's all he had on him?
He had his wallet in his front pocket.
Oh, so. Smart.
So there's my quick little story thinking of European countries. As we slowly but hopefully get this get this back up and to not have rivals crash, please.
Yeah, all right. All right, we're about to try running it again. I'm getting cannot watch again.
Cannot watch.
It says the replays are incompatible.
What?
Who is the person that sent these in? Was that Sevilla who sent these in?
Yeah, because Sevilla won their losers match, and then they won their ace. They won their losers 6, so now they're in semis. So, Miles, do you have your files that you could possibly send? I don't know. I don't know why they're desynced like that, but we can hopefully.
I don't know why it's not working with my version. It's like hold up. Let me swap my scenes here. I can show you.
Oh yeah, and it's just black, black screen. I mean, which kind of sucks. It's so weird. Cannot watch it. Well, that's no bueno. I don't know if Miles is still in chat at all. Which, hopefully. Yeah. So. I mean, we might. Yeah, he said he was fine. Well, I mean, unfortunately, like this just kind of be like that. Like, if we can't play the VODs, like then we can't play the VODs. Sorry, but that's just how it goes. Maybe. I couldn't tell you. It's not a pretty solution, but it is one. Where did they say that in? Oh, okay. I don't know. Like, I'm giving, maybe perhaps breaking the immersion a little bit, but I'm indifferent whether or not we want to jump through hoops to get this going, or yeah, you would have to make a separate DM with a group with all 3 of us, and then yeah. Neither, unless Miles has it available and can just send it in, because his seemed to have worked thus far. I don't know if it was him. I don't know if it was him sending it all the time, or if it was like say Ryu sending it and Jason sending it. But I don't know. There is a how-to though in the Discord, so everybody should know how to do it. I don't know. And like, I get it, right? You want to see this is the satisfaction for getting into top 8. You get to see yourself on stream, but yeah, I have no idea. Wait, look at the time. It says 2021-1-7. It says it's from January. It says from January 7th. What? Yeah, did you not? Did you send? Yeah, like when the file was actually created, or do what I do and delete all of your VODs before any bracket, all your replays. I mean, because I ain't nobody got time for that. But I mean, hopefully we're gonna get this going because we got 5 games ahead of us, and it's already 11. We're probably not. We're not ending stream until like at least 12:30. But this game's pretty quick, so hopefully we'll get something rolling sooner rather than later. Maybe. I don't know. Show me the money. Check those DMs. Check those M's. And if you guys are having a good time, then perhaps you could be so excited to not only follow this stream, but also go check out the main bracket stream over on twitch.tv/cyberheckmania, which is happening right now, concurrently. Maybe even have them both open and vibe. Yeah, priority 1, follow this stream. Facts. Okay. Crazy. Okay, so you're gonna have to share the stream to me, so I can. Yeah, you stop streaming. Yes. Yeah. So like. Yeah. So just give it one moment. There we go. We're together? Alright, 100%. I've got it going. Stream's got it going. Correct replays. Yeah. Alright, sick. Yeah, your folder was probably organized backwards, so you were getting you were in... Yeah, like in descending order. Make sure to check the dates and make sure to parry those fireballs, because getting caught on fire is not good. Not good. Yeah. It's almost like a catch-22, right? Because you're trying to maintain your positioning and in order to properly parry the fireballs. But if you do that, then Zetaburn can just like take center for free. So it's a really good projectile. Another fish. Yeah, I mean, if you got good luck, you got good luck. Reverse out smash part 2, but also with dirt. And if you charge anything, like if you charge anything for long enough, like it'll be particularly strong. Immediately getting the dust gloves and stent. It's a mix-up, dude. It's like they don't expect me to not hit a button. No. And then covering that tech with the anticipated tech in. He was looking for the follow-up off a shine, going shine up strong, not quite hitting it. Yeah, he's been landing with the. Yeah, he's been landing a lot with the down special, so that's just pretty easy to anti-air when you have a disjoint like Shovel Knights. Just swat him out of the air. Alright, up tilt, which leads to up air, true combo, but falling out of it. He's looking for a parry instead of trying to just purely scout the roll in, and definitely paying for it right now. Going for yet another. I think he's going for the edge guard exclusively with fishing rod, which is I guess fine, but Shovel Knight has better ways to edge guard. Missing the parry. Yeah, like you can drop zone down air and still like double jump back. Like anchor is plenty of distance, so. Yeah, and that's certainly going to close out a game one of what is sure to be a long set, but a good set nonetheless.
How many games? Only I know. Hopefully.
Maybe. Who knows? Alright, going to biplats. It's kind of the classic counterpick for a lot of characters, just regardless of stage or preference. Like, you can get something out of the stage, or you ban it. Like, it's one or the other. Another fishing rod. Yeah, and like I can see the idea, especially when you get combos like that, like you're vibing. But if you're gonna go for fishing rod like that, then send it along the wall, because that's where, where a lot of times the Seiya has been. Yeah, like right there, it missed that time, but he's closer to the wall, and when you're a character like Zetterburn who has an exploitable recovery, they want to ride the wall. Alright, gloves out, it hits them. Yeah, just force it out. These fireballs are getting a lot more mileage in this game because they're doing them just so much closer. They're more approaching with it, but punishing the down special in line, like you really gotta punish them for trying to set up a fire spot. It's one of the few things that takes a little bit more time, and pinning down any character in this game can be a little bit arduous. Yeah, another up strong for up strong. Lots of coming through. He's utilizing them to keep him out. I believe he has momentum nail online, so yeah. Wasn't sure if this was just a different custom color, or he actually has the nail, but you can tell by him sliding around, he does. Oh my god, I keep forgetting that exists. Game's pretty good. Look at splat on platform. Again, getting the neutral tech down strong. It's a huge. That could have been up strong. Down strong. Down strong does it. A ton of spaghetti towards the end there, but it looked more like Mila's was was missing his kill opportunities, like instead of going for up tilt, which is safer for sure.
Right.
Look for things like up strong, especially on the biplats like that. But still going to game 3, still having plenty of room and plenty of opportunity for killing on a stage like tree, spear tree, but you gain a little bit more recovery mix-ups, which may prove more beneficial because of how many times Sevilla was getting caught on with just F strong at the ledge. Yeah, this is kind of like the pinnacle of like the score doesn't really dictate how close the set may be. Okay, but also dash attack. That sounds like classic melee. It's like, hey, this Kane's got an insane amount of hit stun. Let's just fucking abuse that. Oh yeah. The only bad thing about Wano is it's a blind spot, but that also isn't like always a factor. And it's not a factor for Ori. Ori just fully do up. But Ori's so good. He had the roll in scouted with that there. That's so tragic. It's such a tragic way to die. It's like, oh man, I'm really looking for this punish. But he's got that one. Unfortunately, not turning around his down strong, so but it doesn't matter. Yeah. Still, it doesn't matter. He got that kill with the option on the platform regardless, so. It's running away, man. Yeah. Y'all mind if I tech roll in? No, is the answer for both players. They're just doing it. Narrowly missing with some of these flat drop runoff flat aerials, which like they could be massive starters, but instead they're whiff punishes for Felix. He's really close to just closing this out of the 3-0. Takes his own medicine a little bit. Plenty of dashback F-strons. Another roll in. Gotta really scout that out. Now it looks like Nelis is getting a little bit overzealous with some of these commitments. Roll, parry, roll. Yeah, you look a little bit desperate. Yeah, missed the first skill confirmed, but...
Yeah, in that last stock, but it's going to be Sevilla who's coming out on top.
It's a type of match though where after you escape that situation and you're still in the set, like Sevilla takes that win, like you can roll into later games and be like, all right, like it's a weight off your shoulders to get that first win, and now you can really let it roll. No pun intended. Yeah. You do lose a little bit of the space that you got when pulling up momentum, but I mean most of the time you're killing with down strong anyway, so you don't want there to be a ton of space. Yeah. It just changes up the order a little bit, which is, oh, instead does go for momentum first, which certainly helped in that spot, being able to just only use your double jump to get back. Shovel Knight in general has a lot of different recovery routes that you can go for. like that trait though, trying to negate some of the cash. Yeah, that's so good. Like pretty much no matter which way DI at low percents, like you're gonna be eating an F strong, which that could have been a crazy combo, but getting back to center and the classic down strong. Like, down strong today across the entirety of the bracket has been the MVP. Like, we got a lot of Zetter down strong. Oh yeah. We've seen Shovel Knight down strong. We've seen a lot of Absa down strong. Rano down strong. Down strong's crazy, bro. Still, another couple tastes of what had gotta be careful. He still recovers just barely. Gets clipped by the returning anchor, but that's fine. Spot fair almost ends up doing it, and the fair did. Yeah, super tight setup thus far, and it's gonna be hard to kind of put yourself together if you're Melee. So like dropping 2 games in a row, you can kind of, especially if you play in a lot of brackets. And before you get to best of 5s, you can drop 2 games and just kind of feel deflated, because that's usually it if you only play best of 3s. You still gotta keep your head in the game after this long of a set. And Mila's after losing to Seiryu, they played Jason to a game 5. Yeah, but a lot of these confirms that they were missing before. Like they just like have on deck. The DI for F strong they did not have on deck. To upper is gonna keep that damage threshold going, and the up strong afterwards. Okay, this is or at least they should be. Yeah, another one. Solid combo. But okay, one went over. 28. That's not nothing, and you have the extra platform to head to. Of course, you have to worry about up strong. Okay, now. Oh, and the anti-air? Yeah, now kind of showing that Sevilla is floundering a little bit, kind of throwing out a lot of these strongs, and no fire to compensate. Yeah, Shine at this percent would be big move, a big swing. He got hit from basic, like he was in center, and Shovel Knight F strong hit from side plat. Like that, it's nuts. It's huge. Yeah, just a perfect tipper. That is Mila's taking another game 5 set. He won game 5 over Jason, wins game 5 over Sevilla,
Yeah, now they're going to be sitting pretty in losers finals, going up against Moth Soup.
SKF Strong, though, it's a heck of a move. And even with all of the downstrokes that were coming out, all of these like obviously punishable windows that Sevilla was punishing, he wouldn't get the full combo, or he would reset neutral a little bit before his before being able to completely punish. That gave Emilia enough time to blow him up.
Right.
Which is, I mean, it's just kind of the way it goes when you play a bigger, what's the word? Like, a character that doesn't need longer combos in order to get the proper punishes. A Shovel Knight just needs really to hit you once, and the damage output will match with the majority of the cast. Like, they play advantage. They don't play combo. But yeah, so here we go. That is now going to be losers finals with Moth Soup and Melee. We'll get to see if it's another Absit Ditto in Grands, or perhaps Shovel Knight making their way up downtown.
Just gonna go. Yeah, just give me 1 second here.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just like looking at my water bottle. I was like, wow,
yeah.
This was full. What happened?
Commentary block happened, man.
Yeah, for real.
I am regretting a lot of things right now because I did not grab a glass of water before we started.
Oh,
so.
Yeah, reach. If you want to grab one now, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I'll just power through.
Yeah, we've only got two to 3 more sets.
Yeah, so we should be fine. I mean, hopefully we can get out of here before midnight, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely, I can see that Sevilla. Just you got fourth place. Excuse me. There was what, 13 people in bracket, 12 people in bracket. Like that's
respectable.
Bad.
Respectable.
Upper third. Yeah. Respect that. Another set ready to go.
All right, so we're gonna be getting into it. Moth Soup versus Melee. Let's get started.
Here we go. Jewel Veil. Solid starter. Good stage in general. Oh yeah. Oh. DI, please. Just DI. But I guess that's kind of the high roll game plan that Melee has been going for throughout the entire day. Like they've been trying to kill you at exactly 0. Yeah, it's some. It's one of those moves that you just have to like actively prepare for preset. It's like, all right, what can my character do against this move? And then you can start feeling out the player beforehand. Good arm, yeah. Missing some sweet spots, but he makes up for it with the parry and the flat drop there. Oh yeah, for sure. It's why you go here. The stage is long, nice and long. Gives you a lot of room to move, or room to make Absa zoning a little bit more active rather than stagnant, which can only help her. Trying to land with these arrows on top of them, but with momentum mail now, you have to respect so much more space. Down strong is pretty solid though. Down strong is pretty good in this one. No tech, okay. Yeah, I mean you take those if you're Melee. So it's like I just landed it down air, but he died, so whatever. I got a lead now. Down strong cover all the ground actually. I do respect the patience that that Moth ended up showing off, because he's not trying to force anything, even when he's at a deficit. He's still just trying to play his game plan, maybe a little bit more aggressively than before, but like trying to hunt the setup. Yeah, SKF strong, pretty big, and if you're gonna tech roll to the corner, you better be sure that the Shovel Knight isn't reading that.
Right.
He will cover neutral tech, tech in, and tech away with just F strong. I don't know if that's 100% true, but they're just pretty good. Yeah, this may end up becoming more of a counter pick war, because like SK without momentum now can sometimes struggle to keep up with the platform movement, and Absa thrives in playing this keep away game. I'm looking at him like not even wave dashing back, just like strip run. Yeah. Yeah. Brain blast, dude. He really, he really figured it out. Oh yeah, just not punishing that anchor at all. Like he was going to, going to stage, and like, they didn't do nothing. And that's where Sevilla actually would actively lose a lot of advantage in their set against Mila's. They would just let Shovel Knight land on stage with that anchor instead of looking to parry it, which is it's a free parry that you can land if you're confident in the timing. Yeah. Rolls? They're rolling? Right. That's the power of Absa F-tilt in general, both because the first hit can combo and the second hit covers the entire floor. But finally, Downstrong will end up taking it. Yeah, it's a really easy move just to throw out. Oh, okay, you died. Yeah, and I want to extend on that a little further as both of them kind of reset back to neutral. If you watch competitive Melee, Smash Melee, take the time to look at when and how Zane plays in the corner, because that man makes the corner feel like an entire stage. And if you can do that in Rivals with the movement being even faster, especially with a character like Absa who has that extended range, at least horizontally, then suddenly you can become a ton more oppressive by just making a third of the stage feel insurmountable. True. Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Certainly. Hey, doing nothing is frame zero. Like it's pretty good. I have literally no idea, but I love it. Yeah. I think it was an anime fighter. But... yeah, one of them. doing nothing literally, I think, literally cannot be understated though. Like just being able, this actually goes back to what we were saying before, like being able to take space or position yourself in a threatening way without actually doing anything it is a skill that you can learn, but it's very important at higher levels because just the existence of these options and understanding what your opponent is afraid of, like then you can play around. You can play around what your opponent will be doing to counterplay instead of what they're actively doing, which is all reaction. Yeah, Moth is playing pretty well, say Ryu. Like he's doing a very different style of Absa than what you usually do, which is like in and of itself that's good character design. Like if two players can play the same character in different ways, you know that the character has some level of depth. Which is cool. That's what we like to see. Yeah, that's. Yeah, like there's almost never a reason to not play bots if you're looking at the time. And the same thing can go for a lot of characters. A lot of characters in Bible predominantly Ori. Like if you want to put in the time to play Ori and figure everything out, like, you will have an option for every situation. But fortunately for Rivals, no, not even a little bit. Fortunately for Rivals as opposed to Melee though, like all of the cast is viable, so you can play around with any character and still have at least somewhat manner of coverage. While Melee doesn't always have that. I'm sorry. So you guys hang out with Cloud. Let's put our resources over there and fight like men. Yeah, another free recovery with Anchor, taking that full punish. And letting him get back to center is probably it's definitely where Melee wants to be. He wants to be underneath this top platform and just like holding center for however long. Good parry. Yeah, you can. Another up smash, just letting him rock, letting him fly. It's dangerous to challenge, but Moth keeps doing it. Ooh, that was a start of a down strong that just got interrupted. It's like, please whip punish me. Oh, okay. Solid combo, but still not closing it out. Cloud is such a good deterrent for any of that burst movement. That was so sick. Just yeah, just like infinitely baiting. Like you're pressuring, you're edge guarding from.
Whoops, I didn't mean to show the game count.
Surprise! Game 5 set.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, it was super solid. Just being able to edge guard from the other side and really test Melee's patience. And I can understand why we're not going to go to a stage like that anymore. We're trying to get a little bit more open, a little bit more flexible with how you can approach and how you can work around some perhaps more ranged options. down strongs, they're coming out. But if they land, like that's which I guess I'm impressed by their dexterity. Like, yeah, I'm willing to do this, and are you gonna stop me? So far, many have tried, but not many have succeeded. Solid strength. Say Ryu. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like, they've been a little bit more active in the mid-air as opposed to in the anti-air kind of game plan, which definitely works out when your opponent is just kind of like keep jumping. I know SD's this set, so that's definitely a plus. It may be suspect to say, but they're both basically at kill percent right now. Like, a little damage isn't going to mean too much. Gotta watch out these air dodge in, especially on hits again. Oh my god, plot armor. He showed out all of his gold for plot armor. That's crazy. Oh, another down strong, yeah. I mean, I guess that's the bait that yeah. I guess this is the bait that Melee's has been just kind of subscribed to. Like, he's gonna roll in, or he's gonna wave dash in, and cross you up, and you have to kind of accept. Do you want to try and parry the jab or the F strong that's coming out, or do you risk the down strong blowing you up? And that's an unfortunate 50-50 that he keeps putting people in, and it keeps working. A great parry on that front, but only 14 usually is not great when you're down so far. Underline will survive. He still has his wall jump and gets in, but gets caught by the F-tips. Yeah, that's not usually an ideal spot, and bowling keeps you moving. It keeps you moving and still keeps you safe.
Right.
It's why it's such a prominent defense.
Yeah, it's good to keep just like a mental note of like their roll habits though, because being able to catch their rolls at the read in like those situations can be the difference between winning or losing a set.
Yeah. So here we are, game 5. Let's see what we got. FD, or Endless Abyss. It's actually. Yeah. Probably, yeah. Just to keep it somewhat distinct, even though they are fundamentally the same, different blast zones. And oh, you almost died at 47 when I asked you on. I mean, it's funny enough to turn, I suppose. It's big enough, and yet and again, F to 1-2 into strong. Gets counter hit and gets blown up. That's huge. Yeah, it's super hard to challenge that. Like, challenge that move and justify challenging it. But yet another down strong. Shovel Knight down strong actually broken. dodge in. That's a... If you throw it out enough, eventually it'll start to land when it matters. Yeah, they'll roll into it when it matters too. Game 5, still keeping them in this game. Oh, gotta be careful. He can swing in midair. The down air almost knocking him into the block, but just mistiming it, which is huge. Alright, anchor. Okay, it worked. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the end. Yeah, I mean, awesome. Yeah, and they got one more ahead of them as the 12th seed of this event.
Yeah, so no, heck of a run by them for sure. And now we're going into first set of grand finals here.
Yep, Seiryu waiting on the winner of this. Still more ABSA, so still more classic ABSA Shovel Knight gameplay, but everybody wants to free practice.
Yeah, yep. Well, let's see if Seiryu's style can sort of provide like a more effective way to stop this Shovel Knight.
Yeah, I feel that.
Wait, okay, give me a second. I gotta get replays still.
Okay. Not a problem.
Yep, time to stall.
Gotta gather up those replays. Gotta set up so we can properly view the bracket, and that's where we like to appreciate production. Do not sleep on just really good producers, because you can see them in any fighting game. You can see them in Rivals with pads like Protagify, who's super solid. Of course, you see it in Smash Ultimate with like the House of 2000. Basically, even if they aren't on their own Twitch, they stream a fuck ton of stuff, so it's always worth it to see what they're doing. And then you can look at guys like Damascus for Dragon Ball Fighters, who I believe is actually their main spokesperson. I'm not sure who the primary streamer is, but production matters. So
100%.
Taking the time to produce this, I would appreciate a nice pat on the back in the form of a follow on the stream.
Yes, sir. Follow the stream. Yes, sir.
On the stream, and he may in fact stream more. Could be.
Perhaps, maybe. Who knows? I might be gaslighting you. Who knows?
Alright, but here it is. Grand finals.
Yep, and we're going to be getting into game 1 right now.
Let's go. Let's see it. Jules Vale, the classic. Moonwalking, the classic. Yeah, I feel like that comes down to the character theory more than players, especially at a lower or mid-level. It's like, yeah, I should... Like, I don't play against every player, so I just understand that these other stages, like, or these other neutral stages, like Merchant, like, I don't want to go to Merchant against ABSA, so I ended up striking here. Ooh, he's still alive, though. That was certainly tense, to say the least. But the fishing line not able to close it out, but F-Strong very well, right? Closed out thanks to ABSA upgrade. The overextension, that's something that Moth didn't often do. He would maintain center for better or for worse. Meanwhile, Seiryu seems like a little bit more confident in their combo game and where that leaves them in terms of positioning. So finding kills like that's pretty huge. Long and the short of it. How does it keep working? Electro Mail might as well be Water, but he's certainly thriving at this point. 72 isn't, or 77 now, isn't like too bad, but if you keep swinging haphazardly like this, it's gonna start. Yeah. Dash attack. Doesn't call that the tech in and eats another down strong for it. It's good that he was able to reset himself on the edge of this stage because he was starting to run out pretty quick, and the sweet spot back here just pulls him down. Okay, that mind placement was so good. Just really, like, it was the only deterrent he needed to make Mila's back off, and it worked like a charm. Say Ryu. Just eat that up strong alive on this platform. It looked like he was trying to edge cancel it, but just ended up missing a free punish. Hey, if your opponent messes up on a technical error, that's punish. It'd be like that. It'd really be like Shovel Knight F strong time. This game has gotten very close very quickly. Another upshot. I'm. Yeah, that's where. It's spots like those where you get the parry, right? And he's at 120. Why not try to go for up tilt up air as opposed to up strong? Have faith in your combos. Your combos are still combos. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm, of course, talking from the benefit of hindsight and being able to see, oh, he lived that, and then he lost the game for it, but it's just something to keep in mind at the very least.
Show the game count. I'm a good streamer, I promise. No one knows the game count but me. Alright, we're getting game 2 here.
Yeah, not even I know the game count. It's all a surprise. It's a mystery to us all, but Tree's definitely a pretty good one for sure. And yet another F strong. He is high rolling so hard with these fishing lines. I don't hate it. Yeah, he just has that infinite mix-up on top of being able to drop through flat in there, like, and kind of dominate. I mean, that's more than you had before, so... Yeah, suddenly a free punish becomes a 50-50, that's pretty good. Up to only into Nair, but extending the combo with the wave dash, but instead setting a mine. And luckily for Melee's, mine hasn't been too effective because of his more determined offense, right? Just trying to scrap at any opportunity. Like, he gets out of the way of mine so quickly and then gets rewarded for it. Okay. If I'm just running in, I don't have to worry about set play. You just keep doing if you're just stubborn. Oh, but that roll in is absolutely gonna get caught. Yeah, no, I've definitely played Soul Rifle and died to that before. I'm focusing a little bit too much on the block. I mean, he's a huge punish for it, but you're steadily whittling this lead further and further, so it's only a matter of time. Okay, Cloud ended up saving him from an even worse spot. It just keeps working. Hey, SK down strong is actually the best down strong in the game. We're all just not woke enough. And there into up air. That looks like he's out of the combo range though, and that strong is gonna do it. He did not have his jump.
We're going now into an even set, so this game 3 is going to decide a lot.
Yeah, just getting counter pick advantage on a game where stages matter is like astronomical. Like most of the time you can run it back on most fighting games, but against in platform fighters you really need to understand the layout and what your character can do because of it. But yet again, we go to tri-flats, which yeah, I mean it's 50-50, so if you could go here and win, like hey, why not? But just like how, alright, how do I put this? You still have the added platforms which give you that extra layer of defense when recovering, but the layout and the fact that there is a top platform help out Absa with these up special mix-ups more than they would SK. Yeah, like just being able to zip around the stage and constantly keep your opponent in this combo state. Like he killed him, and then after 1 or 2 openings, put another 70. Like this. Yeah. It's a good tactic for sure, but that's why movement is so good, just like DI is so good, because you can just make dedicated strings and follow DI. But hey, who needs strings when you have down strong? It's hilarious. I don't understand how he does it. Yeah, he truly is just no different. Oh, okay, he was definitely somewhat spicy. I sent the wrong way. Down strong isn't gonna kill quite yet. The mine is there, and the mine finally pays off. Yeah, it locks off a part of the stage. Yeah. And even on a stage like this, like mine would benefit a lot more on tri-flats because you can seal off a platform basically instead of just kind of placing it in how positions in the general positioning advantage. They just seal off a third of the stage. Oof. Mine again, de-incentivizing the high recovery, and yeah, sweet spot, and that's a 2-1 lead for Seiryu in this grand final. Yeah. Let's see what they got.
Yeah.
Could this be the last game of the evening?
We're gonna find out. Yeah, this could be it for Seiryu. They could be walking away with their intermediate dub tonight.
Rock wall is the counter here, which is, I suppose, is fine, right? Like you. The same thing can be said for Absa with these fair and fair sweet spots, but it's, I mean, if you're going to Rockwall, you're basically signing a contract. Both of us are dying early, and how it goes is just depending on how we play. Yeah, I mean, you're playing slots. Like, see how you're rolling. Oh, and you're rolling into that mine. I guess that the timer on or off wasn't enough. But up strong into the first hit or. Yeah, I thought he had. Either way, still got a little bit to go, and the cloud is there. Yeah, please stay away. Is like without fail, he's coming in with these dash attacks. He's trying to set stuff up. Switches over to the momentum now. Let's see if that can make any sort of difference in terms of how well Seiryu is keeping him out. But at this point, things are starting to get out of hand really quickly, and dash attack won't kill for a while. Up air finally ends up doing it, but you got a heck of a way to go, and you might need a couple of janky F strongs, but that will not allow him. It won't allow him to pass. Oh, true. Yeah. Good. That would have been a proper situational awareness. But 49, nothing. This is getting kind of rough, and now a reversal spot, just only using cloud. Good parry. Just timing it a little bit. And dash back into Epsilon. We'll get enough time to set mine, but it didn't look like Melee's was willing enough to drop out there and down air. He just wanted to Epsilon. He's really, I mean, that's his win condition right now. Like, he needs an early stop like that. But, you know, like that would definitely work. Now he's got those comments as well. Oh, not bad. Ooh, but F strong, yep. The Gam. Yeah, solid stuff from Seiryu just basically all night. Like, except for that one game in this set, he didn't drop a game. And cleaned it up.
Right, yeah. No, I was pretty impressed by their play all night. Like,
oh yeah,
they seem to have a good idea of what they wanted their gameplay to look like, and it definitely showed in all the sets that they played. So, good stuff to Seiryu.
Yeah. Hi everybody. Thank you, Cyber, for the raid of 13. I hope the main bracket went well. Unfortunately,
we
just finished.
Yeah. I don't got anything for you to do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Seiryu just ended up taking grand finals 3-1. Yes, Grands is done with that. Congrats to Seiryu. If you got any emotes in chat, throw them out. Throw out all that hype. Throw out all that love. And GG's to Seiryu. Good shit. Yep.
You love to see it.
You do like to see it.
So,
Absa fans, raise your hands.
Yeah, so again, thanks just so much for coming out and watching the stream. Like I said, I mean, this is sort of a trial run for me. It's my first time actually running one of these brackets, but I think it went well. And shout out to my co-commentator, UBL. We did a pretty good job tonight, I think. So
yeah, it was pretty solid. It was unfortunate we didn't bring enough hydration. Stay hydrated, everybody.
Yeah,
but that's on us, and the stream ran pretty good.
No, I think so too. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. All right. Again, yeah, shout outs to everyone in chat. Hope you guys enjoyed the night. Make sure to follow the channels, support RRC. It's all just run by volunteers, so they do a great job of just trying to support the community, and I have a lot of respect for TOs and stuff like that, so awesome.
And
well,
make sure you prep yourselves for the upcoming Rivals Majors, because Skyline was like a couple weeks back. Still stuff to look forward to, and scenes like Riptide, so
yeah, Riptide, I'm looking. Yeah, Rivals on the come up. I mean, we got Rollback coming out, Riptide in 3 months, biggest Rivals tournament, so.
MSB, you don't count. Respect your TOs, but don't respect MSB.
Ouch. Ouch.
Body.
Ouch. No respect here for your elders.
No, not at all.
All right, well, hey, yeah, thanks again, everyone, for coming out. We're going to end stream here, so Take care.
Have a good one, guys.